about that. I've gone around all the rooms. I fixed all the gaps and cracks. Everywhere, really. There's a spot there. Basically, I'm just going around and I'm being picky, you know. You gotta be somewhat picky with your execution. The hell did I see that? Right over there. Oh. That was dust. But yeah. You just gotta be somewhat picky, you know. My favorite thing to do when I do drywall, when I'm mudding, let's say I mudded the whole place, don't do this until you put primer on. And I wouldn't do it until you put like your first coat of actual gloss paint. You wanna put gloss paint. So basically your finish paint. Wait until your finish paint, sorry. Because your primer is going to be talc based. It'll be it'll be a flat. And if you seal with moisture over a flat, it's gonna be so hard to get out because that flat's gonna suck all the moisture out of the caulking and it'll make it adhere there and it'll toughen it right up. But if you wait until there's a sheen on it, which means a satin, semi-gloss, even a matte finish, something that has good polyurethane. I use Smart Primer from Zinsser. That has 5 or 15% lacquer in it, right? So it's like a polyacrylic, it's a hybrid. It acts as an oil because it literally doesn't barely let anything flash through. It'll stick to anything, right? PVC, any type of metal, wood, it doesn't matter. It's gonna stick and you won't even be able to scrape it off with a brand new scraper, right? Okay, so I go around, this is my trick. So you see all those gaps up there? Well, I'm sorry, the corners. All the corners. See how they kind of look almost sharp? See how sharp that looks? Like clean cut at least? Okay. For one, sometimes what happens is when you sand and then you paint, it'll get kind of dusty. And especially when you spray, it forces all the dust up top because you're just kind of spraying up a little bit. So what you want to do is after, you've put your first coat of finished paint on, you go around, of course I don't have one, a sponge sander. What's up, Jaden? Make sure you subscribe, please. And so right now I'm teaching you how to get that nice clean cut look up in the corner. So see that nice corner up top there, how clean it looks? Well, there is a trick to it. I mud it, if you're doing brand new drywall, even old rooms, a lot of the times this won't come out right. And you go through and you just put a bead of caulk around the corner and you just take a wet rag and wipe it through and almost scrape it all out. You want it to kind of look like a quarter pipe, but you don't want a lot. You want you're pushing hard, really. You don't want to leave a bead up there at all, really. You're just barely making just that little edge rounded over. And it just gives it such a formal, tight, good finish. So you see that? Nice and tight line. Well, that's from the caulking. Well, obviously it's from the mudding as well. And yes, you can get basically the same result in the mudding. You can also do it to your corners here as well. So you also get that same result in the corners. I'm sorry, my phone isn't recording correctly. But like that corner, I don't know if I did that corner. corner wasn't done. And you could very visibly see that it was not done because I didn't put a bead of sealant in there and then run my finger up it. What it does is it kind of levels it all out to the formality of your fingertip. But you don't want to forget your wet rag because the whole point of using it after you have, one sec, I just had to get my rag wet. So the whole point of doing this after your first coat of finish paint is on, because remember, you always want to do 2 coats of finish paint, always. However, the whole point of this is to not get feathers. If you do it when you're priming with a flat paint, you're not going to get that feather out. And good luck trying to mud or fix that, right? You're going to have to cut it out, re-mud it, flat, prime it once or twice, and then paint 1 coat of a lacquer-based, some sort of finish paint, right? So we're going to take my wet rag, and we're just going to come up it, and I feel all the different bumps and humps going from where it, maybe the knife just hit wrong or something. So I'm going to keep going. Now I'm not letting that caulking have little tails on each side of my finger. If there is, I'm going to wipe them off. I'll wipe them completely down, get any tail away, because what that tail is going to do, it's going to create micrometers thick. It's thick, you know, and when you paint it, it's going to look like someone caulked it. Well, you really don't even want that look. I'm basically wiping all the sealant that I put down there. I'm plowing a grade line. Kind of think of a bulldozer. Think of what a bulldozer does, right? So a bulldozer takes a big pile and makes it a nice flat lawn. Well, that's the thing. You know, I'm a pretty damn good mudder, and even to this day, this still happens. And you'll go into old houses that have been mudded over by 4 or 5 different mudders, 4 or 5 different times, and they'll have little tiny imperfections in them. And the best way to get rid of all that is to put a nice clean bead of sealant there. That will, that'll stop expansion. Well, it won't stop expansion, but it'll hide over it, because this caulking is elastomeric. It's rubber. It'll move around with it, right? So the seal behind it, say if I'm the sealant and I'm holding the corner good, the crack may be behind me, but you'll never see it because I put a nice formal bead of sealant over it that's going to look just like someone got their brand new teeth right out of their braces. Perfect. You know, nice perfect straight line. So I admit right now that looks way better than it did before. I love it when people say I don't know what I'm doing. I literally built this place. I literally built this whole place myself, okay? This whole place, everything you see, I built, okay? All this, but, okay. Check this out, guys. So I do construction, right? I built that. That's a pallet shed. I actually built that live. That shed right there those are 4 pallets all put together, and all of the flooring, all of the walls and the doors are all pallets. And I built it. The tops are 2x4 by 10, kiln dried, and then I put aluminum roofing over it. And I have vinyl that I'm going to be vinyling around it as well. But yeah, now all of this was built by Mwah. Okay? Even the tiling. See how shiny that gold is? It's beautiful, right? I built the cabinets, everything. Okay? Those aren't faux drawers and doors. Those are real. They all work. I built everything here. Okay? So right now what I'm doing is I have to get all the imperfections away. That's for one. So basically any bump, like holes, cracks, gaps, whatever, between all the wood that I built. So we go around with caulking and fix all that. I just wanted to let you guys know it is very important between your finish coats, after you've done all your prep, to go through and just run a bead of caulking down all your corners. So on all your corners around your ceiling, where the wall hits the ceiling, and then all your corners, your vertical corners, just drywall, you know, in all your outer corners. Hey, PooTube, because it's not giving me any views and subs. Well, that's the thing. You can buy your status on other sites, but YouTube doesn't allow that. They want this to be a grassroots thing. Yeah, it is for me too. They banned me. I was getting like 40 viewers a day, 10, 20, 30 viewers a day. And they literally banned me because they shadow banned me because I was listening to music. Now, I can listen to music on Facebook. I can listen to music on TikTok. I think I can even listen to music on Rumble. Can't listen to music here, and I figured that out the hard way. So if you guys don't mind, I really, really, really hope that you guys might be able to just hit that subscribe button, share me to your channel, put it on here what your channel is. If whoever has content, let me know on this comment line before I'm finished with this live. What I'll do, I'll go on to I'll click into all yours. I'll subscribe to your channels. And what I'll do, I'll do a shout out list. Like I'll start a shout out list like once a week. Whoever's creating content, you want me to throw your name out there, I'll make a YouTube short with everybody's name in it, right? And that'd be kind of neat. I also have, well, right now I'm smoked for time. I do talk to you guys. What's up, MAGA? You remember that, MAGA? 2,100 people all at once watching me sleep. Pretty crazy, right? And then they shadow ban me because I listen to music. Come on, dude. Someone's gonna get the fist bump for that, right? And I gotta shave. And I am not going to start my own YouTube channel, but yes, I can watch and support your channel, main man. Well, thank you, Gia. I do appreciate it. I've already been sanding and everything. I've been in here for a good hour, making sure all this stuff is done right. Ugh. But, you know, I get going on one thing, I'll do that, I'll go around the house, make sure of it, make sure it's all done, and then I'll try to go on another thing, and it's constant, you know, and I'm just one man. Like it's in the name, you know. Sorry, this thing is the weakest link on this whole machine, and I don't have time to fix it right now, unfortunately. Right here, there's some mud there that I have not taken care of. So I'm gonna take this. Holy, that was a good save. Yeah, oh my God. Remember to hit that subscribe button, guys. So for me, this stuff is exciting. I've always got excited about like helping, right? I always wanted to help my dad. I always wanted to, yeah, exactly, right? I always wanted to help my mom. I always wanted to make sure people would be proud of me and I could help people and everything would be good, right? We all eat food, that's cool. So basically, when I found carpentry in my life, I realized, well, everything that I build, as long as it's used, I'm technically helping people. So I started building little things and bird houses and chairs and stuff, right? Stands and shelves. And then I was like, you know what? I need to just get all the tools, but start a business, make a business card, go around, introduce myself, tell people what I'm worth. They'll call me when they need me. All of a sudden, I got a train and I started a huge business. I know you can't see it right here, but this says Robbins Construction, okay? I do painting and carpentry. So basically, the painter is always waiting for the carpenter, right? Because you can't paint, once you go scrape and sand, you find rot. Well, that trim board's rotten, okay. Well, we gotta wait for the carpenter to fix the rotten trim board. Not with me. I go around your whole house and everything's done. It doesn't matter if it's masonry, doesn't matter if it's roofing, doesn't matter if it's, it does not matter. From foundation to the top of the ridge, all the way up to the top of the chimney, I can literally button up your house like that professionally. With professional tools, professional experience, wisdom, foresight, veteran, and I usually have a crew with me. But I bought this multi-unit, this house. It has like 3 apartments, but I'm turning it into another 2-bedroom as well. I'm adding 2-bedroom. I've added a bedroom into 2 different apartments. So I've added bedrooms and 2 extra bedrooms, 1 in each apartment. I trimmed out the other apartment really well. Got that looking somewhat good, right? And now I've built this 2-bedroom apartment out of scratch, new build, started everything. There was no plumbing, there was no electrical, there was no walls, there was nothing. I built it all by scratch. So basically, right now I'm just at the finish line. I'm just to the point where I'm done, What's up? And yes, I also like Main Man's cute little baby daughter. She's cute. No, that's not weird, MAGA. I believe Gia must be a girl. Yeah, and I'm for real. This is Robbins Construction. My professional duty is to build and waterproof homes from top to bottom. And I've been in the process of building at least, I think 4 full houses. I've helped build 4 full houses from ground up, right? Built a lot of other structures, but I'm talking about finishing a home. 4. Started my first one when I was 8 years old, okay? I can't paint today. I have a lot to tape off and mask. And I get in here and I go to start cleaning and taping and all I can see is imperfections that I still have to get. So basically, and I'm hanging out with you guys talking, so. If I could turn on the radio, I'd be zooming around here like crazy. Yes, thank you, Gia. She is an angel, and I appreciate your support. And yeah, baby Bella, she's baby Arabella Noel. That's my baby girl. Yep, she's my sweetheart. Her and my other daughters are what I'm doing this for. Adding an apartment like this raises your equity like crazy. I'm not getting paid right now for doing the job, but I will for the rest of my life, you see? I just have to finish the job. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. So right now, the sunlight is coming in and showing me all kinds of really bad imperfections. And if I don't fix them now, then I'll never get to fix them because once the paint's on, it's over. There is no more time to, you know, to fix your walls once the paint's on. And when you spray, you don't want to touch it after you've sprayed. Oh, no, no, no. She's definitely, I can tell I'm a father for like 15 years. I've literally fathered a son until he was 10, and a daughter. I have a 12-year-old, I have an 8-year-old, and I have a 4.5-month-old, okay? I've been parenting for the last 15 years in my own home domestically. I can tell Gia has a good heart. She does not mean anything by this. It's actually kind of weird that you're saying it's weird, but it's all good, MAGA. Don't worry about her. She cool. I do like rolling paint, but I love spraying paint. It's way quicker. It's actually 5 times faster, and I feel like you get a better outcome. I just think it's just way better. I have 2 Graco sprayers with 2 Contractor Series guns, amounting to $4,500 for the pair of them right now. And I professionally spray houses. I also roll. I'll roll the fucking house if I have to. But if I can spray, I'm going to. No. I'm not trying to say you're the weird one, but no, but I don't know. She was just showing love to my daughter. That was all. But I appreciate you throwing the alarm up, MAGA. It's good because I need people like you got my back when I'm not looking. You know what I mean? If I'm over here working, it's good that you're patrolling like that. Because there are some fucking weirdos, you know what I mean? You never know. That's it. All right, so you see I got sealant literally on the wall here. This is another trick that I've learned over the years. If you don't have time to mud, don't worry about it. You have to use one of these, and it has to have a perfect top. It cannot have any scratches, any dents in it. It literally has to be perfect from end to end, okay? And it has to be one of these style of scrapers. For some reason, this will scrape everything off without leaving a shred of a tail of evidence. And it's just straight up Alex Dat, or Alex Dat. It's cool. So if you have an imperfection, a hole, whatever, a long dig line, like a hard scrape, you can cover it over. You just fill it with caulking, and you usually got to work it twice, but you got to scrape it really hard and it'll all come off. Oh, that was from like when someone took a broom and threw it up hard and it just dented a little bit. But when the sunlight comes in, it pops wicked heavy. So I don't want someone to be living in here, wake up at early, and the sunlight, you know what I mean? As the sunlight goes around the house, it shows your wall very brightly. And basically, if you come into a house, you can literally see every imperfection on different parts of the wall as the sunlight revolves around the world. So I'll come in at different hours and just see way better. Because look, remember, half of this house doesn't have any sunlight. This whole wall is an interior wall for 40 feet. And then that whole wall is an interior wall here for 23 feet, right? So half the house has no sunlight at all. The sunlight rises over there on the non-sunlight side, and then it'll end up setting over there. So it only has, basically, this is the eastern side. It only has a few hours of real sunlight over here per day. And it kind of sucks, and that's why I'm chasing down little imperfections, because you can't see them most of the day when you're trying to work, you know? And then you come in and you go to fucking paint and you see them big time. Tink, you still on here? Tinkerbell, you still on here, hon? Bella. Tinkerbell, let me know if you want to go live. We can go live if you want. Go live together? You want to go live together? So this right here, this was a very, very deep and big gap. And what happens, sealant likes to shrink because it's water-based, you know, water-based sealants. They like to shrink as they dry. And basically, so they shrink and you have to reseal them every time. You gotta reseal. And that seal right there, that seam.
I have to show you something. And I put it on my card.
How is this supposed to say? What do we spend money on now?
Babe, you just wait 1 second. I literally started crying when I saw it.
Tinkerbell found a present for herself, I think, hopefully. Hopefully for her, because I don't need anything.
Look. It's a white horse.
Lovely.
Isn't that beautiful?
You know, we have pictures of you right next to her.
I know, and it was white.
Cool. I love it. It's beautiful.
I literally started tearing up. I'm gonna show them.
She loves her dad. She loves her boyfriend. Fiance.
Isn't that beautiful?
And she loves her babies.
And horses.
And she loves her horses.
It's so beautiful. It's only $15. I'm like,
Yep.
I'm gonna put it. It is black and white, and Bella will love it.
But first, she loved her daddy and horses.
Yeah.
Daddy and horses, all her whole life.
I was like, that's a sign. It was like right at the end of an aisle. Like, beautiful. I'm gonna put it right above the bed in between those pictures of us.
Yeah, that's a good spot for it.
Yeah. It's so big.
Congratulations,
I'm like, I
baby.
probably shouldn't do this, but
Whatever. There's a lot of probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't have done a lot of things, but I did.
I could have like bought crack.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just kidding.
That's fucked up.
At least I bought a horse picture.
Right?
I don't do crack.
Hell no.
That was a joke.
Yes. 100%.
I forgot you were alive for a second. Alright, I got it.
No, it was still a good joke,
I found
obviously.
a box.
I could have thought.
I found a box of cousins.
You found an actual box?
Yep.
Nice.
That was enough.
Cool, cool.
I guess that's, if we need it, it's not supposed to.
That's the place to go to get your
Horse pictures and diapers.
You get white horses and white diapers.
Mm-hmm.
Diaper. Oh, jeez. Love you.
And white dogs.
Are you coming back over?
Right, well,
Like at some point?
yeah, I was gonna feed her again, and then come over and, I don't know what we were gonna do.
I need a little bit more cleanup real quick and
Yeah.
wipe down.
Yeah.
We can't really do tape at all until everything's cleaned up, and it'd be a huge help if you could.
I got a vacuum.
I'll go get new fresh buckets for us so we can have like clean buckets.
She's asleep, but she'll wake up when I take her.
We have to pull these out and let them dry out. Let's just do that real quick, yeah. Not really wet, but they're,
Let me just.
basically, I'm just going around and hitting everything that needs to be touched before we paint. That's the biggest thing. Thank you guys for staying on here. It's awesome. This is going to be very beautiful. I mean, a few days ago, a guy said, thank you for bringing art into building, into carpentry. And I was like, well, if that's the way, it is the way I look at it.
Make a wish.
Wish I could help my man in his work, a little bit of help. That's cool. Gia loves our baby.
I'll be on here now. I have sunglasses on.
I think Gia loves you. She really does, you and the baby. She up there, she said, I consider your baby daughter as my own. I love her with all my heart.
I have your live going on in the car.
Yeah.
She started to get fussy on the drive home.
When she said that, I was like, oh, we ain't gotta worry
She
about
started
it.
to hear your voice and she fell asleep.
Wow.
Yep. I just had it up on my dash playing.
All right, we'll give Odin something to lay on. He loved this bed yesterday. I don't want to shake it out yet. Yeah, look at the nastiness. It's just everywhere. It just got lightly rained on for a few minutes. Good boy. Yes, he said, Daddy, Mommy, thank you so much for my doggy day. Yes, it's doggy day. What we'll do, we'll take them way out there and do them. Or we can take them to the foundation down there. Some of them aren't wet at all, but some of them, they were on top. But these are all very, very disgusting.
Yeah, I know how they get it.
And so while I'm masking and taping, I gotta get them outside, dried off, get them cleaned up. So we have a clean room, All right, what's happening, guys? Same things. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is my beautiful fiance, Tinker Bell. My name's Main Man Squanto. I built all this stuff here by myself.
You know she wants to see the baby.
Yeah, we'll bring the baby in for you to see, Gia. You want to see the baby?
You see her now?
She's sleeping. I gotta put my cigarette out.
Well, I was just saying bring the phone out to the car.
Oh, here.
Is it forward or?
Just hit it.
Okay. She's sleeping. We just got back from the store. Oh, she's so cute. Oops. I gotta get her inside and feed her. I didn't even touch the screen and that green screen thing came on. It was
Yeah,
weird.
it was down there. Hey, Dakpa. Reba. Hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of cleaning to do. Like super everything. But I'm trying to get, before you come back in, I'm trying to get all the dust done. I don't want to have to sand anything else because it's like, I need it clean. We have to wipe the walls down. Exactly. Like that room in there, I had to sand. I'm done. I'm like over it. It's either going to come out right. Well, it's going to come out the way it is now. I can't sit here and keep, I mean, these are literal touch-ups from 70 years ago, 60, 70 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been literally a slave to them.
Looks great when it was in the beginning.
And it's way better than it was, exactly.
This place was good.
I mean, how many hours have I spent on these exterior walls?
You run a storm here like that, like that's cool.
This is the thing, they painted over the mud, the mud before it was even sanded everywhere. I had to literally sand down big, huge, like whole troughs that were just never sanded. But just think, yeah, okay. Before I built anything, I spent 2 months in here cleaning the walls and cutting a trench for plumbing.
A bus, a van,
I think so.
camper?
Ambulance, I think.
ambulance. Yeah.
Alright,
But I'm pretty sure I think I have all of the gaps and cracks filled, and I'm pretty sure I have
one thing I noticed yesterday when I came in,
most of the dents.
that,
Underneath?
yeah.
Yeah, there's a big dip in the floor right there. That was a high point. That left straight there in the middle, that's a super big high point. And I just didn't want to level it to the point where it was okay. I gave it 50%. If I had to level that, I would have had to cut that ridge down, and I had already spent 3-4 days in here.
Yeah.
And I was like, nope, I'm not cut. I cut it down a little bit, but I didn't go heavy. And then the board also, I put the board in opposite, so the crown was the other way. I should have put the board in the other way. Damn. Some of it's the board, some of it isn't. But what I can do, I can get some 1/2 inch quarter round and go around and do the whole, trim the lawn saw like that. Yeah, they all need it.
What will the quarter round do that as well?
No, quarter round of it. Now, if I do that, that's another 7-8 days. Well, it's another day. Easily another day. But I could order
The thing
some.
is, it's just gonna get stuck underneath it.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, if I don't.
Yeah.
And it'll look like shit, it really will.
I
So-
wonder if you can get,
Pre-primed, white? Yeah, I
white.
definitely can get
and
pre-primed.
not paint it, do it after.
No, it has to be painted. It all has to match, yeah.
Okay.
So that's another day, but I could order it, do it Friday before we leave.
Yeah.
But another thing I'm worried about is leaving this tape on for so long before I paint.
Fine.
Yeah, sometimes.
I don't know, I honestly don't do it because where's it gonna go? I guess this one's sticking.
Well, always, quarter round always ends with a 45, like this. Where did I put it? Where did I put the quarter round? Ended with a 45, right here. Right in there, check that quarter. That's how you end quarter round. Go right in there. So quarter and go perpendicular for a quarter inch high, yeah. And then you angle that off, and that's the finished look of the quarter round. Or you can do this, which I experimented on in this house.
Oh, that's good, okay.
So like for that type of vertical stuff, I like to do that. I did it over there in that corner as well. But for a perpendicular stop, and I've been thinking about it, it needs it. It's just, I think it would be that last touch that would dress the place up correctly. I'll make the call. We gotta get quarter round, people.
Mama Tape should have said that.
Yeah, I know. So,
He has a kid from previous.
I have a son that I raised till he was 10, okay, in a last previous relationship. And I have a 12-year-old that is from another relationship. She has an 8-year-old that's from a previous relationship.
The son wasn't biologically his son.
It's not my biological son, but I raised him since he was like a year and a half. He called me dad. I coached his baseball teams. You know what I mean?
How is she your fiance when you guys already have 4 kids?
That's all. Hit that subscribe button, guys. You'll find out.
We got engaged when I was pregnant with that one.
We got engaged when we had our first baby together.
Yeah.
But she didn't want to get married yet because we had just had a really horrible recent death in the family, like very recent. And she needed to just grieve. So we're waiting till next year or this year or some year.
One of these years.
We're waiting, I guess.
Wait till we have a boy so we can be a ring bearer.
She wants to wait till we have a boy. We're planning to have another son. Well, we're having another baby, a son.
All right, I gotta go.
We're gonna do sex selection, hopefully, because we're both viable. It won't be a big process. She won't need to take a lot of shots. I won't need to have anything done to me.
No, so all they'll do is take
They'll
it
just
and put it in me.
take my boy and put it in her, guarantee, boom, bang, bang. And I'm
We'll have a
gonna
little squanto.
tell them to put 2 boys in there.
We already have a little squanto. Little girl
We're-
squantita. We have a squantita.
Squantita, a squanto,
We got 2 squantitas.
and we're gonna have Junior Squanto.
We have a
Squanto Junior.
you have a squantita. The Colby's a little squantita. And then we have a little tank. And then
Yeah.
we have a little squant tank.
Yeah, Squan Tinkerbell.
Squant Tinkerbell.
She's a Squan Tinkerbell. That's funny.
Alright, I love you.
Little Belle is a Squan Tinkerbell. All right, what do I gotta do? I gotta wipe everything down. The thing is, I have to go like 3 hours away all week. All fucking week next week. So all week next week, I have to go. And I don't want the tape to get all nasty. I might as well just, all right, I'm gonna call in some quarter round then. It is what I gotta do it. I mean, look at the gaps. Look at this big old gap right here. All that's gonna do is leave dirt, right? Big gaps. Look at this one. And this was really kind of out of my hands. I tried as much as I could. I had already leveled the floor. It got 5 bags of leveler in here. So it looks like I'm gonna have to quarter round everything. We just literally put another like 2 days of quarter rounding. That's rubber. That'll wash right off. The bumper is rubber, honey. But stuff like that too. It's just gonna hold water, hold dirt. And when you walk in, it just looks like crap. To be completely honest, it just looks like crap. So, I think the best thing we could do is clean up really well today. I don't really want to tape this stuff off if I'm going to be gone for a week, because even painter's tape will leave an adhesive and sometimes get really dry. And this house has forced air. So it's wicked warm, dry heat. And what happens with it basically dries this tape up. So, and it really is only bad on You'll see it mostly on metal, like that's stainless. God damn it. It's like I get somewhere to where I'm ready to tape it off and paint it, and then all of a sudden, every single time I get stuck. So, but the good thing is this is all cement dust that I haven't cleaned off.
So, I was just thinking, have them deliver the floor on tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going
Do
to.
that and then paint when we get back.
It's gonna happen. I was gonna paint when we get back anyway. So like, if I do that, but we still need to clean this place. I'll make all my cuts outside and keep everything clean. There's the baby. There she is. Yeah, there's that baby. Ha! There's the puppy dog. There's the puppy dog. Oh. He's a good boy. Oh, you got a toy? You got your toy? Yeah, it's a good boy. Everything's blue and orange. Aria found that blue and orange buoy. It was blue and orange. When we went for a walk.
Oh, yeah. I found a blue and orange one.
You found the blue and orange? He finds blue and orange? It's crazy.
No, get it.
Blue and gold is really my colors, but I had to use orange for a long time.
That's from his.
Yeah.
Alright, I don't know.
Okay. And this really bugs me. I should have 45 this. No, not to a real carpenter. Still, that one,
It looks fine. It doesn't look bad.
but it would have looked so much better.
Nobody's stuck with them.
Like I did with the vinyl in our house, where I put that 45 on the edge, cleans it right off. It is nice out today. So I gotta get into cleaning mode, but I also have to make a phone call real quick. Yeah, I have to make a phone call. And this here. I have to caulk this or do something with it because I do plan on painting it, and I think it won't look very good if I leave it. This board, I tried to bend it in. I probably could get it further. If I really had some muscle, I could bend that in. Especially where it's been training itself. Maybe I could just unscrew the tops and get them tighter now that they've been trained for so long. Remember, wood fibers bend before they break. Oh, shit. Well, guys, I'm gonna be right back on here. I'm not gonna go live at all. I just have to make a quick phone call to my local hardware store so I can order this cord around. So let's go around. I totally forgot the linear feet. Let's go around and get linear footage. It's 8, 16, so that's 1. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need 12 at I like 1/2 inch better than 3/4. I think 3/4 is too bulky. Like that right there is 3/4, and it's pretty heavy. So that's plastic. That's PVC. I should have done that in there. It looks unfinished as hell. So I'll take the rest of my 3/4 and I'll cope around that. I'll have to coat my 1/2 inch into that as well. But it'll look all right. It'll come out okay. So, yo, I need 12 at 16 foot. Might as well get 13. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hit that like and subscribe. Stay right here, please. I'll be right back. And we're going to clean this apartment completely clean. Then the rest of the day, I'm going to spend caulking this after I clean. Because this, watch this, guys. Watch this. It's so bad. I didn't cover it. I should have covered it when I had to grind down all these floors. I had a huge hill here, huge hill, big ramp, big hill there, big hill in here, big hill in there, big hill in here. And I 14-inch wet saw, huge. What's happening? Hello, hello. Anyone there? So I placed the order. They're able to bring me, so they're able to bring me 13 1/2 inch quarter round at 16 foot long, and that is pine, all pure pine. They couldn't find the pre-prime at their shop, so I have to use the pre-prime. The regular pine, but that's all right. It'll work out because I'm painting anyway, so it won't really matter. So right now I'm just going around finding areas that need sealant. I'm going to try to get all the sealant done today, if I can muster it. It's been 3 days I've been on this sealant, so I should be able to get it done. But yeah, I'm happy that Tinkerbell said I should probably do that. I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And that's the first thing, you know? So like, I always ask her, tell me the truth. Tell me what you think as soon as you walk in. Don't give me like an after view. I want to hear it as you feel it, as you walk through. What should be changed, right? And she'll literally walk through with me and tell me, hey, you know, this probably could look better, this could look better, that could look better, right? So it's a really big help to have a woman's point of view, because at the end of the day, you know, generally speaking, the woman's going to be at the home more. They're going to live in the place. They don't want to see all that nasty walls. You know, if they have a bad day, they want to come home to a beautiful house, somewhere that they feel is perfect. It's a nice creme de la creme, the jewel, the one, the home for relaxation and good vibes. You don't want to look at the wall and have bad vibes because it looks like shit, right? So that's basically my point of view there. But I have to wipe this down. How's everybody doing? I know I lost a lot of you because I had to place an order, but people aren't patient these days. It's fine. I'm very impatient myself. Oh, there you guys are. I was just thinking, I'm not patient either. So, but no, how you guys been? I got the pine ordered, everybody. And if you haven't seen me before, make sure you like and subscribe. You know, hit that like button. I see 10 people have liked today so far. But a lot of people don't hit the subscribe. So, all right, there's a lot of stuff here I gotta take care of. Whoa. Oh, that looks ugly. So right now, I'm like basically I'm a surgeon. Like I'm literally the surgeon to the home. And I'm going around and I'm fixing the teeth. I'm fixing all the bad spots around the house. You know, if you get a black mark on your tooth, you don't want that, right? So you call the dentist and you say, hey, can I come in and have you check out my teeth? I got a spot that I need drilled out and filled back in with some good, better stuff. And they'll say, yeah, come on in. Bring your wallet. And sooner or later, then they go, oh man, we gotta fix this, we gotta fix that. Cool, all right, yeah, let's do it. So then we get it done, then your teeth look beautiful. And then your cavities don't hurt no more. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm going around and saying, well, that could be better, that could be better. I have to do this so that will be better, right? Where? I just saw a gap over here somewhere. I don't know where it is. So there's a few things that I can't hit at all. Like I cannot touch the tile, the top of the border. I want to caulk that in so bad, but I have to get the shelves above it cleaned off before I can do that. And like the quarter round for tomorrow, we're gonna have to have the whole house cleaned up. I think I'm talking too much. Pretty sure you guys don't give a shit about what I'm talking to you about, right? Just tell me to shut up and work. Sorry about that. So, that's what I'm going to do. Hey, baby. Reba, you still there? Hon, Tinkerbell. Shut up and work, dude. So we're gonna go through the whole house today and get all the dirt and dust out of here. And see all this here? My dog's laying on it right now, but there's even more over here. All of that has grout, dirt, mud, tile. It's got a little bit of everything in there. And we gotta fix it. We gotta get rid of it. So what I'll do, give you guys a better view. And then I will turn you around. Do that. Now I'm putting you in the corner. Giving you a timeout. Okay. Even the tray I'm using is dirty. You can get this right at Harbor Freight. Remember to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, please. I'm glad you found something that you like. Now you have something that you like in your home. That must be nice. Because all the pictures in the house are all from me. Well, most of them anyway. All right, this is dirty. Okay. Crazy, you can see where tacks, like literal tacks on the wall used to be. So, the more that I sand right now before I do my 4 or 5 layers of paint, the better the outcome, right? So the more bumps, boogers, gaps, cracks, whatever I get rid of now will make this job just doubling the success and the betterment of the job. And remember, even things that you have caulked before will still come undone. So it's actually a good thing that it's taken me this long, because it shows you It shows you exactly what's gonna, you know, what's gonna come back and what's not. So, right now, I see this corner. See this corner? I'm gonna go through, make sure there's no bumps, boogers, all that. And I'm gonna fix any stranger danger. I've already sanded down so many imperfections. But you come in here and you get looking and it's just crazy. If you just step into one of your walls, you'll see. Just step into one of your walls and look at it with a light. And that's the stuff that I've been trained over the years that I have. You got to get out of your wall. If you're doing a professional job, you can't leave that stuff. My clients would laugh at me if I said, "Yeah, that's done. It's all done." I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I'm saying I've been laughed at before because I genuinely thought I was done. And I had to do walkthroughs before I was paid. Now I was young, you know, and they would say, "Can you," like, just like Alyssa just did, and said, "I don't like the gaps underneath the mop boards." I don't either. I didn't want to do it, but I'm going to now, because that's one thing that you can look at and say, I don't want to be able to come in here at all and say, "I don't like the way that you did that." Someone can disagree with the formality, the aesthetic flow, they can disagree with the placement of things, but I want to be able to walk through here and say, okay, this was done flawlessly, regardless if I might not like where that is or that is, it's flawless. So, a house is just like a diamond, you know? There's, what do you call those in diamonds? Imperfections? No, there's something that they call them. Flaw. F-L-A-W, flaw. So there's flaws